Hello everyone and welcome now to game 1 in a series between Nerchio and Goody here on Ohana. We have Nerchio spawning as the red Zerg player on the top left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, we have Goody spawning as the purple Terran player on the bottom right. Now, I have asked a couple of friends to help me with my sound audio. Some of you guys said I was clipping, so I am going to be turning down my audio just a little bit. Perhaps I can get it EQ'd as well at some point. But leave me your comments, leave me your feedbacks. Do I need a higher mid-range? I do have a small soundboard connecting everything together. And I will be asking some friends who are in the sound industry to take a look at my current settings. Now, Terran versus Zerg here on Ohana. Pretty much a game that we've seen in the past already. Wings of Liberty, the games are getting a little bit predictable, I would have to say. Pretty much after you see the first 3 to 4 minutes of the game, if you know the length of the video, you kind of have an idea of what's going to be happening. Unfortunately, as we do see Goody now making a move out to go for a proxy barracks. Now, interesting positioning on this proxy barracks is that Goody is not necessarily trying to all in with this. Goody doing the position here with the barracks is more showing that, hey, you know what, I'm going to try to build barracks off to the side in a location that you're not typically going to scout. Now, if you do not come all the way into my base and you do not take a look at my SCV saturation, you will not know that I am going for this, going for a proxy barracks. You may think that I'm just trying to go for a fast command center. You can see the hatchery is being placed down now. You can also take a look. Nerchio does have a slight economic advantage already. 15 drones to 12 SCVs. Definitely an advantage there as the game is still getting underway. Now, Goody is going to be moving off north with these SCVs and then perhaps trying to set up a bunker here. If he can somehow contain Nerchio onto one base, that would be a very, very heavy hit, as I'm still surprised that Nerchio hasn't scouted out with a drone. Nerchio may actually be on the rude awakening here, as the SCV is going to come up. The drone now going to go ahead and take a look around for those barracks, and he is not going to spot them. Marine and SCV is off over here. Drone now taking a look, doesn't spot them either, and we will be getting 3 Marines together before that bunker does go down. SCV now making a move around. Is he going to go for a bunker? That is the question. Oh, the bunker could be placed down. No, it is not. And Nerchio will actually have a little bit of a benefit from creep. Now the bunker finally being placed down here. There is a Marine already showing up to the party. There you go. A second bunker may need to be placed down as well. There you go. And now drones and Marines in a beautiful position to actually wall off a queen, and now trying to be trained. No queen here though, as a spine crawler is being added. The Zerglings know that they cannot push into here all too easily, as the Marines are not exposed at all. The spine crawler, however, with that range of 7, may cause a bit of problem, but you can see how much damage is already being dealt. That spine crawler does not have any armor, and without any armor, it does take a lot of damage. All right, Marines now still doing a little bit of a dance back and forth. Marines trying to engage. Is it going to be able to get off any damage there? As you can see, the damage is starting to add up. Spine crawler now down to 132 hit points. It's going to move a little bit closer, but it does take 12 seconds to root. And this is going to be key. Can it take it down? Zerglings are going to get taken down here. Once again, SCV now on the backside. And the spine crawler just out of range. SCVs are on auto repair. This is potentially going to be huge. As you can see, now the spine crawlers are starting to wall in. Okay, damage is being dealt. That range there, that one spine crawler taking a lot of damage. Is the Marine going to be able to do anything? Zerglings now coming their way in as well. SCVs are trying to repair. Is it going to hold? SCVs now repairing the other side, and it looks like the bunker does fall. One bunker does go down, but this spine crawler will go down as well. The queen goes down, and is this spine crawler going to fall? Down to 18, down to 5 hit points, and a beautiful, beautiful hold by Nerchio. Hold on one moment. Alright, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and get this game back going, as Nerchio does a brilliant hold on at his natural expansion, and I think this just really goes to show you how comfortable players have gotten recently. Oh, a very nice snipe of a spine crawler there. Goody, perhaps just knowing that the spine crawlers would be naturally moved up, found an opportunity where only one of the spine crawlers was rooted, sniped down another spine crawler, and now those hit points will not be able to regenerate back up to full, perhaps making it a bit easier later on for Goody. Harvester count is 24 to 18 right now, definitely in favor of Nerchio. Nerchio, you can see, has that much larger mineral advantage. But Goody will be able to establish up an orbital command here. Perhaps that will start to even things in his favor, as he does have a third command center already going, and is also, more importantly, getting gas already. The gas game coming in from Nerchio, not very far along. Metabolic boost, that is it at this point. So Nerchio, even though he does have the economic advantage, and a significant one at that, Goody is posturing himself and positioning himself to be further along in tech while catching up in the economic game, doing two things at once. Now, Zerglings will be trying to test this front door. There is a bunker here. Will the supply depot go up in time? No, not even bothering. And Nerchio dodging a bit of a bullet right there. Most likely Nerchio had suspected that Goody had a wall off. And if there was that wall off right there, that could have potentially have been a problem. We are now going into a starport. Let's take a look at it. Are we going into siege tanks with siege tech? Moving back along over here, we do see a group of Marines making sure that a third base is never taken. If that third base is taken, that would be very strong for Nerchio. Nerchio already getting up to 42 drones, nearing good saturation on two bases, and he has to be thinking about taking a third, as we see the queen, or the drone, and now making its way down. All right, there is that drone now. Is it going to spot it? Is it going to spot these Marines off over here? And wait for it. No, Nerchio does spot a Marine or two and now knows to back away. Nicely done, knowing that perhaps some Zerglings need to be moved over there, as roaches being added now. Wow. All right, I'm going to be removing my pop filter for just a little bit. Need to dip that in some alcohol. It's been some time. Zerglings, roaches now positioning themselves here. We'll see what's going to be coming across and what the strategies will be. Roaches now making their way over to that third base, going to clean up many of these Marines. Marines not going to stand up to these roaches at all, simply because of their natural armor, their higher hit points, and focus fire. There you go, trying to focus fire a roach at a time. Will be able to get off one, maybe even two in this exchange, but Nerchio has secured his natural expansion, and now Nerchio actually not opting to expand. This is a big surprise, perhaps not realizing that his roaches are in the same control group. No, he's actually moving down with this drone. And what is this drone doing besides activating a Zonaga tower? You can see the front door. Barracks right here. There is a bunker right behind it. Marines are hiding there. Double siege tanks on the high ground. And now also adding a missile turret. This is going to be an absolute bloodbath. It's been quite some time since I've actually seen Terran players utilize siege tanks in this old-fashioned Starcraft Brood War way, where you actually take down many of the units before they get in. There is one roach. Oh, the banelings need to get hit. And one roach gets taken down, but that is it. In comes another roach. The roach quickly gets destroyed. And more importantly, though, the banelings were not touched. If the banelings had actually gotten taken out, that would have been a completely different position for Nerchio. Nerchio would have lost a lot of banelings, and this entire threat would pretty much be neutralized before it even got started. All right, taking a look here. Goody going very heavy into tech. You can take a look. You can see the number of Hellions being trained up. No blue flame tech as of yet. The double expansion coming in from Nerchio. Meanwhile, Goody really focusing on this, essentially what will become a two-base all-in. The Hellions, however, do not counter banelings well. Siege tanks are going to be rolling out here. Infernal pre-igniter. We can see Terran vehicle plating level 1. I've always been in the belief that if after level 1 weapons upgrade for siege tanks, or if you have blue flame tech on those Hellions, you do not need weapons upgrades. For mech, you need armor upgrades when going up against roaches, zerglings, and banelings. There is that double expand now. Goody looking to take his own natural expansion, moving some siege tanks down onto the low ground, which means that he could actually get flanked here. There is a group of Hellions on one side, a group of Marines on the other, but there are enough Vikings to give him at least a decent sight into what's happening. Alright, I've always wondered, what happens if a Viking straight up lands on top of those banelings? Will they actually all detonate? And that would be a pretty cute play. Roaches are going to get taken down here. There goes another one now, as this last roach is able to slip away without any problems. The problem now, Goody having 3 bases. Is he going to have enough of an economy? He's currently sitting on 62 SCVs compared to 82 drones. Here's that slow push out. And now Goody does need to deal a lot of damage. The problem is he's going to be fighting on creep, as creep tumor is now going to get taken down. It looks as though the Thor's siege tanks are there. Banelings trying to roll their way in, accidentally hitting on siege tanks and Thors instead of the Hellions. And that's a good exchange. Alright, Banelings not finding their targets again. And Goody is just continuing this push. 91 drones, the 64 SCVs, showing Goody having a much stronger army at this point. And here we go. Such a strong push here. And down goes another queen. So, apparently Nerchio saying, after playing versus you, alright, a little bit of a taunt there as the Roach is now mustering a bit of a counterattack. There is the leave of game by Nerchio. Goody taking the game with a very strong, slow push, as opposed with early aggression early on. So, not quite sure how to describe that at all, but a very strong game indeed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 1.